Hi, this is Alec Testa. This is the desktop to my laptop. And here's our course in Blackboard. So, the purpose of this recording is just to give you a tour. I try to make things as intuitive as possible, but what's intuitive to me might make no sense to you. So, I set the landing page as announcement, and right now, of course, there's no announcements. Um, so it would default, you probably came here on the Start Here menu, or page, I should say. So here you'll find the following information. This is the course tour, so the video I'm recording will go here. Then information about me, and then information about academic integrity. I added that because even in graduate school, some of you still, let's just say, make errors. Um, and the rest of you are saying, I don't believe that. Some of you who make errors don't know that you're in that group. Anyway, more later. So, course tour and introduction. Under here, you'll find this video, which will go right here. There's a placeholder that says delete. And then I will record a video, re-record a video that you may have seen before on how to get an A. And I'll be deleting this information on Respondus. It doesn't belong here. So there'd be two things there essentially, this recording and then a voice thread on how to get an A. So moving backwards from the course tour, then there'll be information about me. Isn't that exciting? Here's my digits and my paper identity. And then I'll do something where I have more fun and I'll just talk with you. I'm giving you my communication policy right here. My formal policy is you should expect a response within a day, excluding Sundays. My informal policy, you ask me a question about the course and I'm awake, I'm going to do my best to answer it, um, assuming it's an easy question. I know that when you're asking a question, that usually means you're working on this, on your laptop or your tablet or your PC. So I want to answer those quickly so you can keep on working. Um, then I point out, if you ask a question about advising, like what should I take next spring, I might take 2 days to respond to that because it's not urgent. Um, and emails do work best for me. I've been using email since 1994. It's what I'm comfortable with. You may text me and I will respond, um, but I text like someone my age. It's embarrassingly slow. You can call. And sometimes I'll ask that we talk because maybe you have more than one question. Maybe it's 6 o'clock and I'm tired of being on the keyboard. Those are reasons why I might want to call. Okay, virtual office hours. My formal policy is I don't hold regularly scheduled virtual office hours. So virtual office hours by appointment would be my official statement. Email me anytime. I'll answer within a day. I think most of you know about 70 to 80% of my emails I answer within 1 or 2 hours. So I'll do my best. If you have a problem, you think I'm slow, tell me first. And if you don't like my answer, I will tell you the chain of command where to take your complaints or grievances. I really don't have a problem with that. Let's just say I'm going to write you back quickly. So moving backwards from here, then there's a section on academic integrity. Who wants to bet that at least one of you will be caught plagiarizing this semester? I will take the bet because 25 students in this class, all of whom have had a bachelor's, all of whom have several courses in graduate school, one of you somehow will think to copy and paste something, and I'll catch it. It's easy for me to do. I can batch load all your papers up into turnitin.com. Let's say it takes me 10 minutes to prepare the file, and it takes me 2 minutes to review the results. So I do that. And then you need to make sure you can use the Respondus lockdown browser. The intent there is to slow you down in trying to Google the answers to the test while you're taking the test. I won't tell you the hacks to get around that. That's if you want to cheat, you figure that out. So, Googling answers is cheating. Using an open book is permitted. It's the intention of the course. On the assignments for each module, collaborating, that is, talking with a classmate, is allowed. When you give your answer, it needs to be your answer in your words. You don't agree on wording with your classmate and both submit the same thing. That's not what I want. That would get you in trouble. And, this is my 10th year at SAU. Anymore, it's easier for me just to report you to the dean than to deal with it myself. I've tried. Too many of you make the mistake. Expect one friendly reminder from me, and then after that, I'll just escalate it. So that's academic integrity. So that wraps up the start here. Under course syllabus, as a course will be the course syllabus. Both here and in the voice thread I'll do introducing the course. That'll be back here at the start here. I'll cover what you care about, how much work there is, and what the grading scheme is. And this is just information, my contact information. So let me go backwards under start here. Under course tour, course introduction, there will be a voice thread that's more specific about the course and what you care about, which I assume to be how much work, when is it due, how is it graded, and how are grades assigned. This is what a module looks like. Module 1. There'll be a voice thread where I talk about this is module 1. Here is what's in it. Here is what my expectations are. There's learning objectives because everything is aligned to national standards. So KCREP, though we're not a KCREP institution, sets the bar. And so I'm doing my best to align the reading and the assignments to those, so you will do well on the CPCE, or if you're a school counselor on the practice exam, or if you're a mental health major, so you will do well on the NCE. I'll talk more about that later. So there are the standards, then there'll be the learning activities, which are reading and module discussions. You're familiar with that. And then something called recitation. I'll get to that in a minute. So, so far in Module 1, you watch a voice thread and you read 2 chapters at least once, hopefully more. Do 2 discussion boards. Got it? And then under assignments, there'll be 2 assignments, one for each module. And we're going to use a testing tool to deliver the assignments because I think it will be cleaner and easier. But I will give you the questions when the module opens. So, for example, they each have 10 short answer questions. You'll have the short answers. You can work on those, talk to a classmate, collaborate, learn, and then when you open up the test, for the short answer test, just type in your question. I expect it, once you open it, I expect it to take you 10 minutes. And then there will be an exam. And module 1 is 10 questions. Basically, did you watch this video? And then the rest will be closer to 30 questions. So that's the content of a module. You'll see in the syllabus, and you'll see here, there are 5 of them. Then what I'm going to do is talk more about the K-CREP standards. So there's 10 of them. They're listed here. And then within each of these, I'll include a relatively short voice thread talking about what it means. So do you need to do anything with the content that I put there? Not necessarily. But do I think there's a need to know it? I do, because I'm taking the time to make 10 voice threads and put it up here, and it's not part of the course per se. You won't be tested on it per se, but it's what I have to offer you, and it's what I have to offer you to prepare for the Praxis, the NCE, the CPCE. So enjoy it. Okay, let me go back to something a little more fun. Recitation. A recitation is a small group discussion. So I am going to set aside 2 hours each week, 4 to 6 on Wednesday Central Time. And I have set up a recurring Zoom meeting for that time, which you can join by clicking this link here. Will take you to the Zoom meeting. It's a chance to have some social contact. If we end up talking about how to make cocktails, well, there you go. We'll just have to see. My friend is leaving her house right now, my wife's friend. So let me see, that's recitation. Underneath that is extra credit. I'll talk more about that when the time comes. You should not be worrying about extra credit in Module 1 and 2. But basically, there's going to be enough extra credit assignments that is the equivalent of half a grade. So if you mess up somewhere, I'll give you a way to fix it. I'll say it now and I'll say it later. As a function of that, don't come back to me and quibble about a point on an assignment or on an exam. I don't want to talk about points. You're the one, if you choose to make points important, that's your decision. If anytime you want to talk about learning, I'll stay up all night. I will give precious little energy to a point here or a point there, because I assure you it does not matter. And in the big picture, it does not matter. And in 1 year or 5 years, it will not matter. But extra credit for those who want to go for it. if they think they need it. All right, I preached enough, and I think I've covered everything, and there'll be other voice threads where I talk about stuff. So let's have a fun class, and looking forward to it. I mean, I'm really looking forward to this class to see what happens. Take care.